turn, baby, on the summer night. A shot of love and a spark of laughter breathe. The stars align and the month times night burn like a dried out leaf. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this rush of life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single beat. We're leaving on the next train, babe, so take your seat. All right. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Yeah, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Let's ride this train now.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Columbus Day. Why in the hell do they call it Columbus Day when he ended up in the Bahamas? Why didn't they call it America's Vespucci Day? He's the one that made it to America. Okay, so, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Night Live Stream. I want to say hi to everybody, and I'm not going to sing. I sang a little bit right there, but if Comcast starts messing up, I might be doing some singing. So far, we're still in the red. It almost gave me a heart attack about 5 minutes before I started because it dropped down to about 3 megabytes per second, but it just popped right back up. I hope I don't have to call them again today. So anyway, I want to say hello to Lehigh River Subdivision, Hobby Man 82, Why Are You Naked 64, Leonard Skinner, Elmar, Jerry Satarelli, and Scott Eric Catalano. Oh my goodness. Jim Tedesco, how you doing? Otter Creek and Rio Grande. Good to see you here. Robert Sacco, glad you can make it. John Train, BFGR, Southern 207 Hobbies, Norman Rowe, Derek Alexander, Dwight Curley, Chris Ruggieri. Who else? Professor Grimm, Steve Childers, Mr. Pictovid, how you doing? Caboose 121. Who else do we have in here? Thomas Grassy, how you doing? I hope you got that turnout and thing working. That's been a nightmare for you. Stephanie Paul, good to see you here. Dragon Lover 68, good to see you here also. Who else is here? Did I miss any? But Craig Stuck in the Truck Rexon. I ran into him this week. I'll show you a picture of him in a little bit, if that's all right. Okay, who else is in here? Going down the list here. Lynn McCurdy. He's been here since the very beginning. How you doing? Who else? I'm looking, and if I missed you, just slap me on the back of the head and get my attention here. John Banicki, how you doing? I see you there. You was in here early. And who else was in here early? Ted Bell. Happy Columbus Day. I don't know if you're still in here. He was in here way at the very beginning. Okay. Doing great so far. All right. Michael Stroh. And I seen Reggie Stroud in here. Good to see you, Reggie. And I guess that is everybody. So, hello and welcome aboard. Glad you can make it. It's been stuck in St. Louis for 2 days now. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Stuck in St. Louis. Oh, Wigwag Workshop. How you doing? Good to see you here. All right, so I had somebody in the queue, Hobbyman82. I haven't seen him here before, Hobbyman. And Craig earlier said, need to flog my asset manager for giving me runs long on time and short on miles. That is not good. Okay, so short on miles. David Wasser, how you doing? Good to see you here. And I think that is everybody. So if you haven't done so already, I see we got 30 likes already and 51 people here. So if you haven't done it already, I know there's 21 of you haven't done it. Hey, John 2618, how you doing? Don't forget to smash that like button. And you can also hit that share button and share it everywhere, like on Facebook and, other places like that. So I seen somebody else pop in here. Dan's Model Railroading Journey. How you doing? Good to see you here. Glad you can make it. Okay, so we got some train shows to talk about. Glad you did that. All right, just put my like in. Okay, all right. Rail Fan Loy, how you doing? Good to see you here. I like that little train that you do there. Okay. And where'd it go? Okay. So, you are feeling, Tom, and how's Derek Kelly? How are you feeling? I'm doing better. I still feel like I got some kind of congestion. I'm coughing. My stomach was kind of crazy today. I get a warning over here. The stream current bit rate 505 is lower than, but my thing says I'm in red. But it still looks like I'm not buffering, but I'm doing good, and Debbie's doing good. She was at the train show on Saturday, and we'll probably go on to another train show. And I could see why I'm getting the warning, the stream's current bit rate, because look who showed up. As soon as he showed up, the bit rate gets low, and I get warnings from YouTube. So thank you very much, Heath. I really appreciate that. It was looking good. Okay, so anyway, it doesn't look like it's buffering over here yet. So, okay, Tom Grassi just said something. Let me put this up on the screen here. All right, I finally figured the turnout issue out. It was wires on output 2 and 3 on the Tortoise was flipped. That'll do it. They connected a DCC bus line for that track. When I flipped them, it's now working. Okay, so it was shorting it out then. I stole your bits. You sure did. Okay, and Heath, you see where these Doritos are and see how big it is on the screen? Now, that's how you place your snacks. You don't put them, 5 feet behind you and turn them to the side. So take notice right here. A little lesson, okay? right here where you could see it and recognize the name. I could, if I had a 75-inch big screen TV watching your stream last night, I still wouldn't have been able to tell what kind of snack you had in the background. Missile Hunter 5, how you doing? Good to see you here. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome aboard. Okay. Yes, I like this one here. Are you going to finish the unboxing on your show tonight? I hope so. Or maybe he's gonna finish reboxing them. I know he was started to rebox them. I don't know if he ever got finished because he kept on talking about everything else. Fred Watt, yes, product placement. That's the key. Right there where you can see it. And along with Curtis right there, the Culver's curd, cheese curd. And Wigwag Workshop said, I missed it here. Sorry, I missed the stream last night. I'm not feeling well. Sorry to hear about that. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what are we going to talk about tonight? I said I was going to talk about the train shows. As you can see right here, right up in there is where Smedleyville is now, all the buildings from Smedleyville, because they were sitting right here. And you can see right now there's a shelf up here. Now I put that in there yesterday. And if you could see right over here, there's a lift out right there. I did that this week. It's actually a slide out. You slide it out and I'll show it to you in a little while. Do you have the runs? Or do you or do you just have to run? Okay. Might have to run. I always get a large at Culver's. There you go. Okay, good to hear. I got to go. Let me see. It's 41 miles to Chick-fil-A and about 40 miles to Culver's. Culver's is on the one road in Winter Haven before you get to Chick-fil-A. I went to Dollywood yesterday and it was very busy. All right, Rail Fan Loy. I hope so. I do runs all weekend. Me too. I don't know. It must be in season right now, the runs. Okay, so David Wasser. Oh, it missed it. Oh, there we go. For anyone, MRC, NCE, or Digitrax system, which one? Well, I'll give it to you this way. If a person has been using Digitrax, they're going to tell you Digitrax. If a person's been using NCE, they're going to tell you NCE. And if somebody has been using MRC, they're going to tell you MRC. They all basically do the same thing, except they're different price points and they have different bells and whistles on them. So what you have to do is go and read the documentation for each one of them and see what's most important for you to figure out which one that you might want. You could also go with DCC++EX and save a lot of money. John, I am a Culver's whore. That's my Friday night hangout. Oh boy, I wish there was a Culver's right here. It would be my hangout also. Oh man, Walters has a Culver's kit. Oh, I gotta get that. Hey, Anthony at Georgia Sunbelt, how you doing? That extension is gonna be cool. Yeah, all right. Thank you. All right. Talk about distance to place block occupancy detectors for signaling would be helpful. Well, it depends on how big your layout is. You could put them 10 feet apart, but if your layout's only 12 foot long, and on one, like mine's only 14 foot here, and 14 foot over there, and 11 foot over here, so you just got to figure out where your turnouts are and what you want to do for your blocks. That sounds like a good time. That's like Friday nights at the Big Boy when Eaton Park or Big Boy whenever I was young. I must have missed that. I don't look at Walthers very much. Only when I need something, and I haven't been needing anything for a while. Yeah, the burgers are wonderful. Yeah. When are you going to do a rant? Later on. In between towns is my plan. Okay, there you go. Big Boy, don't hear that. Yeah, the guy with the guy like this. Yeah, they had a Big Boy. It was the Eaton Park, but they had a Big Boy in front. So I guess it was a Eaton Park Big Boy in McKeesport. That's where everybody went on Friday and Saturday night, driving around. And they had the waitresses come out and give you your stuff at the car. Those were the days, just like Sonic does at most of the places. I was in a small town in Indiana and was the only food joint near the airport. There you go. All right. Vaguely remember Big Boy. Oh, my goodness. You vaguely remember anything, don't you? Okay, so anyway, you're making me hungry now. So let's get to what we were going to do in the beginning. Here we go. Train shows. Boy, do I love train shows. I was at a train show last weekend and probably be at another one. Let me see. When? This Saturday. That one right there. Plant City, Florida, October 16th. It's only probably about an hour from here. And that's where they also have a virtual railfan camera, a couple of them there. So last time we was up there, I think it was about in April. Yeah, it was when we went to a train show. We went to a train show and Suncoast Center for Fine Scale Modeling. And on the way back, we stopped in Plant City and wanted to stop at the museum depot where they have the railfan camera, and was going to stand out there and wave, but they had an auto show in the town, a classic auto show, and we couldn't get anywhere near the place. I mean, they had streets blocked off, but we got to see a lot of old classic automobiles from the 40s and the 50s there, but no trains. Okay. Grandpa Rails, how you doing? And John Benicki says, Elkhart, Indiana, October 16th. Okay, so. Okay, getting back to Big Boy, we had an AW that had car hops, and also if you sat inside, you place your order over the intercom type phone from the booth. There you go. That's the way you do it. All right. McDonald's Barstow, California is a real train passenger cars. It's called McDonald's Barstow Station. All right. Okay. Woodstock, Ontario train show this coming Sunday, October 17th at 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay, good to know. Wicked Insanity says, as a former car painter, I can't go to car shows. My brain sees every single flaw. Oh, that must be terrible. Grandpa Rel says he'll be there on Saturday. Okay, good to hear. So, we have Plant City. Then after that is Pinellas Park on October 23rd, the next weekend. And that is Regal Railway. And then after that, in November, we have Boca Raton. That's near Miami. That's always a good one. That's a museum. The Model Railroad Club is in the museum, which is a depot. And they have a couple of layouts in there, but they have a small train show also. And Melbourne, Florida, that's a good one. We was there last year or earlier this year. I would like to go back to that one. And in Pensacola, that's a little bit too far for us. But, you know, if you're up that way, go ahead and see it. So here's the Sunshine Region 2021 convention, the Sunshine Express 2 Model Train Show and Sale. $2 off if you show your NMRA card, and $1 off if you show this card right here. It's like a 3-day event for an NMRA event, but the train show is on Saturday, so we're going to try to make it up there. Halloween show, Saturday, October 23 in Pinellas Park, Lopez Hall. There you go. We've been to Lopez Hall a couple of times for that one. I did a couple of live streams there. It's a nice little place. But, you know, when it's the only thing in town, you got to go. And South Florida Railroad Museum, this is the one in Boca Raton. It's a 2-day event. The swap meet on Saturday, and if you leave from the swap meet, you can go to the depot and because they have somebody there, but they say it's on Sunday also. So at the depot that you can see the layouts. Last time we was there, we went there right after the swap meet, and you know, they were kind enough to let us in and show us around and give us a grand tour of it. Okay, what's the next one here? Schultz Space Coast Trains in Melbourne, Florida, not Australia. Okay, so $5 per person. Melbourne, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And what day is this? They don't put it on here, do they? Okay, so we have to look at the December 4th thingy. Okay. Oh, it's up on top. I didn't see the thingy up on top. Okay. I'm blind. Okay. And Pensacola Rail Fest 2021, December 4th and 5th. Too far for me, but if you're up that way in the Panhandle, go see it. I heard it is pretty good. So, what's next? Does anybody else have any train shows that they would like to talk about here? Let me see. I don't see anybody saying anything about any other train shows. Miss Ding, bad matches. Oh my goodness, you're pointing out every little thing in there. Oh geez. That you know, that must be terrible to see every little flaw in all that stuff. Okay, so I got a train show in my studio. You got a hobby shop in your studio. You need to sell some of that stuff and get yourself a good computer and a HDMI card so you could use that boom camera so you can go all over the place and do your thing. Dallas Convention Center. Hey, there you go. December 4th. All right, Dallas Convention Center. All right. That's up in, oh, Northern Virginia. I always hated going up there when I lived in Maryland. Huh? Heath has several computers. Yes, I know he has several computers, and none of them are very good. Okay, it's like a circus in there, Heath. That's for sure. All that circus stuff. Ah, man, elephants and tigers and giraffes and rhinos. Oh, my. Don't you have to clean up after them? Greenberg. Okay. Great Train and Toy Show, November 6th and 7th at Monroeville Convention Center, right off the turnpike. We had my honeymoon in that hotel right there, in the honeymoon suite, back in 1975. Yep. I think I still have the book of matches that they gave us. Okay. Heath is a circus. There you go. All right, I agree. Yeah, none are good for streaming. There you go. All right, you get yourself an Alienware, Aurora, or Area 51. Yeah. December 4th, New England Model Train Expo. Expo. I'm trying to say the next word before I even finish the expo. Marlborough, Massachusetts. There you go. All right. Matches to start a fire or what? Yeah, to start a fire. I guess it was to light the candles there. Heath is a clown, not a circus. Yeah, he went to college to study clowning. I think that's what he said last night. They probably never cleaned the room from back then either. I agree. Yeah. Okay, December 18th and 19th at Dulles. Okay, make sure you get there on the right date. You don't want to go there at the wrong time. Okay. May have to check out that show. Yeah. That's two places that I miss is going to Monroeville. Schuylkill River Valley. How you doing? Glad you can make it, John. All right. Monroeville and Timonium. I like both of them. When I lived in Pittsburgh, would go to the one in Monroeville Mall, right outside Monroeville Mall. And they used to have a place almost right across the street called the Holiday House. Went to see a lot of good bands over there. And I don't know if they had a fire there or they tore the place down, but always good bands over there. I'll wear a Sidetrack Sunday shirt. There you go. Okay, well, make sure you don't get sidetracked when you get there, though. Desert Empire Fairgrounds, Lynn McCurdy says, October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. 2 club layouts. All right. Good to hear. I want some chips, Hobbyman82 says. I open that towards the end of the show. Norman, poor old Heath getting beat up. Who else, we got to pick on him. If they had a fire, it must have been one hell of a band. There you go. I think the last band that I seen was Blood, Sweat, and Tears. When was it? It was in 1975. I think that was the last time I went there. It was in the summer of 1975. But they always had a lot of good stuff. Not much in Monroeville anymore. Just like anywhere else. They had a arts and craft deal in the Sebring Mall this weekend. We went in there and, they had a bunch of, arts and crafty things, soap and wreaths and all kind of funky looking stuff. And no stores open. There was just a couple of stores open. So They used to have a Model Railroad Club had a layout in there years ago from their Facebook page, but they shut it down long before we got here. Okay, you mean the COVID N-scale variant that already going around? There is one? Smoke on the water. There you go. All right. Jeff's Trains, how you doing? Good to see you here. All right. Did somebody say flogging? I think Craig Stuck in a Truck said flogging some time ago. All right. Mr. Pictovid. All right. 75. Yes. That was a long time ago. That's when I got married. Blood, sweat, and tears sounds like a super spreader disaster. There you go. Man, we needed a new lamp for my table in the living room. What a ordeal. Then we went to Target. Easy peasy. We don't even have a Target around here. Blood, sweat, and tears way to get HIV. Yeah, there you go. Uh-oh, pasta's done. You better go and eat. Okay. Bon appetit. Blood, sweat, and tears is an average day working on the Garden Railroad. There you go. DES Media Productions. How you doing? I'm still alive because I don't go out. I'm still alive and I go out every day. Florida never shut down. If Dr. Fauci is a special guest at the next train show, don't go. There you go. I agree. Going down the street, you see these signs. Don't blame me. I voted for Trump, or don't Fauci my Florida, or what's the other one that I've seen? Let's go Brandon, but it's not Let's go Brandon. It's F.U. Biden. Okay, so we finally got rain here, upgraded to severe drought, now for extreme. Okay, so we got rain here a couple of days. I think we almost had a drought here. Okay, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, great big horn and like Chicago, but more jazzy. Big song, Spinning Wheel. Yeah, I can't remember. It was what album they put out at that time, but I think it was about a country house or something like that. Can't remember what it was, but I like to see that. I like to see Chicago too. We went to see Chicago many times at the Civic Arena. Son's name is Brandon. There you go. All right. Stupid TV remote doesn't work. Uh-oh. Conrail 8098, stupid TV remote doesn't work. Okay. That's a shame. I read about the rain a few days ago, but never saw any. That's terrible if you have to read about the rain. Yeah, a drought in Sebring is 5 days without rain. That's right. It didn't rain for a long time, and then 2 days in a row it rained in the afternoon. What was a couple of days ago? It rained really hard in the night, in the evening, and then the next day too. Jeff Trains, how you doing? Good to see you. So, yeah, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and Chicago. I saw them a lot at Civic Arena. Even back when they were still called Chicago Transit Authority, but then they had to change their name because the Chicago Transit Authority didn't like them using their name. So they had to just shorten it to Chicago. But got to see them 3 or 4 times, all before Terry Kath passed away. Okay, so Who else? No more train show stuff here? Okay, so that's it for the train show. Yeah, Chicago Transit Authority. I had their double album and it said unbreakable, so I tested it. It's breakable. It's not unbreakable, so I had to buy another double album. So I had 1.5 albums of Chicago Transit Authority. Yeah, great show. Okay, where is it at? Yep, really great show. There was a lot of good shows down at Civic Arena. So I got to see Vanilla Fudge, Three Dog Night. Who else was down there? Well, a lot of good. I can't remember. Did you get to see Leonard Skinner? No, I did not get to see Leonard Skinner. I have seen blood, sweat, and tears while riding the Chicago Transit Authority. There you go. Beach Boys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, jeez. Who watches the Beach Boys? Anyway. Scott, you cost me $70 last week. What did Scott do? If you remember, you weren't there. That's right. I used to have a T-shirt like that. I also had one that says, if the music's too loud, you're too old. Law looked up Palmdale rainfall in 2021. Copied 0.11. Hey, that's a lot of rainfall. I was in Palmdale, California one time. We went to... Was it Palmdale? That's right outside of Edwards Air Force Base. I had to fly in there on a small jet because they at the Northrop plant. That's where they took the wings off of the T-38s and did the X-rays on them. So whenever they put the wing back up on, they had a problem with the fuel indicator. So I had to go out there and troubleshoot it. Found it in about 10 minutes. Got it repaired. Had to wait for the coax cable to come in. Fixed it. And then it was right before Christmas, and we had to sit around and finally got a flight out on Hughes Air West on a prop job, first class. And here I am. The prop is right here. I'm sitting at the seat, and the prop is right here. Scared the hell out of me. But then once we got into LAX, had a plane going back to San Antonio, first class, because we weren't on any orders. They just gave us a piece of paper just saying get over there and we'll write the orders later, and came back and had filet mignon and champagne on the way back from Los Angeles to San Antonio. There you go. Your tax dollars at work. Okay. You will enjoy their book layout, and once you get one book from them, you'll buy many, many more. At least that's what happened to me. There you go. Okay, so I missed the other part. I would have loved to go to concert, but most of the bands I like are retired, or most of the band members are gone. Yeah, a lot. Well, yeah, at our age, yes, I would imagine. The music's loud because I'm partially deaf. Well, then you can't hear it that much, can you? I bought that book you recommended from Morning Sun and whatever they are called. Heath, don't listen to Scott. He'll lead you astray. All right, so never got to see the Rolling Stones. Tried, but never got there. What happened to the Two Dog Night? I don't know. And in Pittsburgh, they had, at Kennywood, they had the Racket Squad. That was a local band there. They were pretty good at the time. Book of the Month Club. There you go. All right. So, yeah, I know how to spend other people's money. There you go. How about, okay, where did that one go? How about Willie P. back in the Foreskins? They're touring right now. Yeah, I saw that. How is he set? Mick Jagger 75? They got another dog. There you go. All right. So, anyway, enough of that band stuff, or I can go on all night about that. Yeah, I hope there's a lot of photos in there. Heaven forbid that you have to read. Wow, you're finished already? Well, have I been talking that long? You think you'll keep her? That sounds good. Stones were here last week. Oh, jeez. He's 80. Oh, my goodness. He's an old fart. They were made for men. Lots and lots of pictures. There you go. All right. So anyway, is that it for bands and train shows? They were stoned too. Okay. Okay. So we're going to do this right here. Let's talk about something in Arduino. Okay. At the train show, I ran into Larry Eggering. And I've been trying to meet up with him for almost 2 years at the train show. Every time I go to the D-Land train show, I'd look for him. And I never found him. But finally, I told him I'm going to be there. And he was right there at the Model Railroad Club because they had a problem, and he's their troubleshooter. They had a bad LocoNet cable. But anyway, we've been talking back and forth about servos and stuff like that. And he finally pointed me in the right direction for the slow servo stuff. One of the slow servo stuffs, I've been looking at a lot of different ones. Hans Tanner has one, and there was one on the Arduino forum, and there was one on the Arduini forum, and I found another one that had that used the milliseconds, and I haven't looked into any of them yet. I've been busy on this back here, but I wanted to show you a place that you could go to find some of this stuff right here. This is the library for slow, what is it? VAR, variable speed loco, right here. Let me give you the link to this right here. You can download the library. I downloaded it, but I haven't tested it out yet. I just put it on my laptop today. But here it is. But this guy has a couple of different libraries in here for different things. One's for the servos, one's for the stepper motors. But anyway, you could download the library, and it makes it easy to slow down the servo. Now, I don't think this works for the PCA 9685, but here are some of the example code. So if you get a chance, not right now, but, open it up in a different browser. Wake Heath up and show him it. Tell him, he can get into Arduino too. And check that thing out. And they have a web page right here. And for those of you that have, that are challenged by writing code, This is a visual deal where you could put little pictures up there and it'll write the code for you. So it's NTK, and I'll put that link up there too. They have some software for visual coding. No, I'll put it in here. V-I-S. How do you spell visual? V-I-S-U-A-L? Okay, I didn't underline it. C-O-D-I-N-G. All right, there we go. All right, so there we go. That's the link for that. That's the Arduino stuff. You can download it. It's a standalone app, or you can put it in a web browser also. They have a web browser version. And but anyway, they got some good stuff on here. Okay. Great show. Have to go see you next time. Okay. I'll be on here next Monday. Glad you... Arduino sounds better. There you go. All right. Visual coding. Arduwieners. There you go. Shock treatment for Heath. All right. But go check out that GitHub site there. The library, you have to go over here. Where is it? Releases. Click on Releases, and you could download the latest version of the library right here, the zip file, and then install it in your IDE, and you'll be able to use it. And I'll probably be doing a video on it because I've been working on some Arduino stuff. Like, where's it at? Okay. This stuff right here. I know Jim Tedesco just, in his last video, he just said he made up a couple of these mounts right here, and they work pretty good. But I'm using these right here. They're from Waveshare. They're pretty good servos. They have the middle gears in there. They're not cheap, but they work good. And that's what I'm going to be using. And I also have some, I picked some up at a hobby shop last year. They're a little bit expensive, so I have to find out a better price for them. It was $8 a piece, but they're 3.7 gram servos. And this is what Larry Egerling was using on his crossing signals, and on the one turnout that he did a video on a month ago, where he used the IR sensors to actuate the turnout on the ON30 model modular railroad that they had at the train show. $8. That does not sound like common sense. Not, but it works. What's not cheap? There you go. All right. But anyway, I'm going to be using that right here. That's going underneath. And my rant today, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, or these servos right here. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. Pictured hair popping out his head like one of those Play-Doh characters. Are you talking about the Rolling Stones? Okay. What is Arduino? There you go, Heath. What is Arduino? You'll have to look at all those old videos on Arduino Made Easier. It is something like XOD. Yeah, there's a couple of different programs out there that's visual. Let me see. Who else wanted? Somebody else wanted me to do. I think it was Elegoo. They had one. They wanted me to do a review on it, and I told them I didn't want to do it because I don't use stuff like that. Rant. Okay. Did somebody say rant? So anyway, that's what we're doing. And tomorrow I have, okay, where is the thing? Okay. See this little thing right here? That is a mini or micro, I'm not sure which one, but that is real small. That's a 3-pin connector, and I had to order some connectors, so I don't want to cut it here, but you know, I ordered some pigtails with the connector on it, and so it already has the 3 wires, so I'll just go from there and test it. But this is what I'm going to be testing out, this right here, this linear actuator. It's controlled just like a servo. You can control it with a servo tester or Arduino through PWM. So we'll be working on that. And you remember I told you about the actuator. I might have to modify it a little bit and cut this bottom off here. See if I can cut that bottom off. And maybe this bottom off here. Maybe. I don't know, Jim, you still in here? Can you make this arm go up this way? So the arm is pointing up instead of down. So I could lay this part flat. Because I don't want to mount it that way, and I don't want to mount it that way. I want to mount it this way. So I'll talk to you later about that. But anyway, I got the little deal inside here so I could work the gear on there. So, rant, rant, rant. Did somebody say rant, huh? If Tom had a gun, you'd be glad he missed you. There you go. You can 3D print those. Yes. Jim Tedesco, not this one here, but I haven't. It's over there on the layout. He 3D printed that for me, and he 3D printed, not these, but he 3D printed some for himself. So he's got a 3D printer there. I don't, because I am bad with printers. I can't even get my color printer working. I don't think you can do that. Oh, okay. Tom could see where to shoot the gun. Tom couldn't see where to shoot the gun. I can't see Heath for crap. I don't know. Where is he? Okay. Anyway, that's what I'm doing with Arduino. And I have to do it on my laptop over here because that's where I got all my stuff for Arduino. And speaking of my laptop, let's pull up the laptop camera or the module cam. I don't have the module cam zoom zoom over here, but there it is. Okay, so let me turn this one. Okay, let me turn this mic off. So you can hear the other mic. Okay. All right. Is this mic off? Yes, this mic is off. Okay, let me go back there and show you what I'm doing. That mic is a little bit louder. Hey! I got my lift out or a slide out. Right there. This little thing right here. Haven't put any track on it yet. But I didn't put any plywood on it. I just put the foam right on the 1x2 base. And I have it so I could just slide it out. Not lift it out or drop it down, just slide it in there. And as you can see, I cleared all this out right here. And what I'm going to do is, this is my inner loop right here. My one siding is going to come right here. There's going to be another siding that continues, but there's going to be a coal drop right here. And then my outer loop is going to come up here on the 2-inch level. And I'm going to have, along this back wall, I'm going to have industries with sidings all over the place. Because I got a lot of flats that I put up there. And I got a lot of those modulars that I could put up over there too. But the track is right here. That's as far as I have it right now. This outer loop, I have to bring it up 1 inch from here to there to get up to that. Right there. But that's what I got. That's what I got. And here's a lot of my hardboard that I had as backdrops. My couple of mountains that I still have. But here's the shelf that I put up and some of the foam that I cut out. And that's what I have finished so far. Over here, and you'll see that Leakin Creek and my N scale stuff is not in here anymore. No more. It's in the family room. I had to move some stuff around. And oops. And here is the stuff that I had up there in Leakin Creek. Up on the shelf right now. So let me put this camera down. And I come back on this microphone right here. So that's what I've been doing on the layout. Yeah, sounds like Rick. That microphone over there, it's a little bit louder than this microphone, so it's getting feedback, or it's getting an echo from the speakers. I have speakers on here. I don't have the headphones. I got to turn down real low, but this microphone doesn't pick up the speakers, but that one, it is a little bit louder. Tom's foams and thing. There you go. All right. Yes. Yeah, Tom has echo in his mic. Yeah, that's my 920 webcam. I use the microphone on there. One of these days, I'll put my Yeti up in the middle of the train room, and so I'll be able to use that one there instead of the camera microphone. Okay, thank you, Jim. All right. What did you make it slide out for? So I don't have to lift it up or drop it down. That's so, if I need to go outside, I don't have to duck under it. I could just walk right through. I'll do the same thing right over here. I'll probably do a drop down or a lift out over on this side. Maybe a drop down. Echo, echo, echo. Is Chasco in here? Yeah, I put the module cam up here, but Chasco isn't here, is he? Oh, my goodness. Fancy sound effects are gone. There you go. Yeah, the slide out enables you to access through your garage door. That's, it's getting to the point, it's not very hot anymore. And in early morning or in the afternoon, I could raise the door up and instead of using the air conditioner over here, because if you could see over here, this one right here, I leave the door open to the house, and I got a fan blowing in here because I don't have the AC duct up in the ceiling yet. So once it gets a little bit cooler, I'll be going up in the attic, which is right, the attic access is right there. But I'm thinking about moving it to right over where this door is right here. right up there. It's not as high because the ceiling isn't that high to begin with. See, it's not a very high-pitched roof, so there's not a lot of room up there. But right above the door, let me get this up here. I was thinking about cutting it out right there and putting an access door right there, so I don't have to worry about dropping anything on to the layout. I could get my ladder up without removing the modules over here. I could just prop it up on the floor and secure it on the floor and prop it up right here where the door is, and it'll miss the shelf and it'll miss the module right there, and it'll be on an angle going up that way. So that'll work. And hopefully when it cools down a little bit, I'll be able to get my butt up there and cut that out and place the insulation where I want it, and then put the air conditioning duct in. Live streams would be from the ER. That fan would take my head off. I don't think you're 7 foot tall or 7.5 foot tall. That's way up there. Attach the lift out to the garage door, and when you push the button for the door, the lift out goes up. That's a good idea, but I don't think so. Tom has enough insulation already. There you go. All right. How do you plan on handling the wiring on the slide out? I just put the feeders on the track. I'm going to have 3 tracks on there, and I'll have a plug on the bottom. Just unplug it, and I'll have a micro switch on there for both sides, so it'll kill the track power on this side over here on all 3 tracks, and kill the track power over here on all 3 tracks when I slide it out. That's how I did my old one on the drop down. I had a micro switch, or a little whisker switch on both sides, and whenever the thing dropped down, it cut the track power to the circuit leading to that area. So that'll prevent me from running trains off of there and killing them. All right. Is that, yep, that is Curtis, the cheese curd right there. They also have, what's her, I can't remember what her name is, but they have the female version of it. Not sure what I can't remember what she's called. But she has nice big eyebrows, and she has big painted lips. Yeah, Goldie, there it is, Goldie. Curtis the cheese curd looks lovely without Goldie the cheese curd. Lonely without Goldie. There you go, Goldie. Now, we went to Culver's. I can't remember where it was, but they had a big Curtis there, about this big. And I said, man, but I don't have room to have. This one right here was big enough. Goldie is her name. There you go. All right, yeah. It took me a while. The cheese turd. Yeah, there you go. All right, so what time is it now? Now I talked about this right here. What else did I have on the agenda? Did somebody say rant? Oh my goodness. Now, I don't have a Comcast rant this time, because so far it's pretty good, just for that a few minutes that it said that it was down for a little bit. But I can't complain right now. But what I am going to complain about is these damn servos from this place right here. If you can see that. Okay, they are called M-I-U-Z-E-L, Muzel. A box of 10. Now, I tried 6 of them so far, and 3 of them failed. I mean, they were cheap, and I guess you get what you paid for. I thought, you know, that since I was going to be using a lot of servos, I'd get some of these, test them out to see how they were, and they aren't worth a crap. Yep, crappy servos. Half, you know, I hate to pull out the other 4, but 3 out of the 6 failed already. I put them on. Here's one of them right here. I put them on the servo tester and I turned the thing a little bit, and they go all over the place. So they're nothing but a piece of crap, and one of them didn't turn at all. But do not get this right here. Made in China. 10 pieces. I mean, they were cheap. There was only about $11 or something, 11 or 12 bucks, but I got them off of Amazon. Do not get that stuff because they are crap. I hate that. But the good ones that I got are the wave share ones. These are, now you get a reflection of it because it's a foil backing thing here. But wave share, they cost a little bit more, but they're worth it. They work good, and they got the metal gears on it. Hobby Shop will have good ones for RC airplanes and helis. Yes, that's where I got these ones here. These, believe it or not, at $7.99. It's a 3.7 gram ones. These were the cheapest servos in the Hobby Shop. Some of the 9 grams and 25 grams, and they had some bigger ones too. They were like $30 and $40. I said, I ain't paying that much for a servo. So I picked up 2 of those ones there because they'll also work on the turnout. So I'm going to try those out. And I got those in Port Charlotte at the hobby store over there. So maybe one of these days we'll head on back over there and pick some up and get a few more, because I need some more stuff. Maybe I probably won't find it at the train show because this is a small train show, and usually it's just the modelers trying to unload their stuff. Tom's Trains and Things. That is not common sense. There you go. What about DigiKeys? DigiKeys has some stuff, but I usually go with the electronics there. DigiKey and Mauser, I try to stay away from them. You got to pay for shipping on that stuff. But WaveShare has good ones. DFRobot has good ones. Hard Metal Gear ones it's my Heelys, yeah. There you go. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the Metal Gears. Okay. I know how to waterproof them. There you go. I know how to waterproof them there. Banggood. Yeah, Banggood. Yeah, Banggood has a lot of cheap stuff too, and they have a lot of crappy stuff. In fact, I got a microscope right there. I just pulled it out. I got that maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I got to do a review on that. Banggood sent me that to review. So I got to hurry up and test it out. I tested it out, and I got my box car, and boy, you can imagine how much dust and stuff is on on that stuff. You see all the big stuff, but you don't see the little stuff. So I was looking at the dollar bill, and I was thinking, wow, I wonder if I can make this thing bigger. It gets bigger, but you know, when you pull it back out, it's still a dollar bill. It's still the same size, so it doesn't help. It doesn't make it any bigger. It's just a photo. So I got to find a mini SD card for it, because I thought it came with a mini SD card, but it doesn't. But you have to put it in a slot so you can take photos and video of it. Now, I was hoping I was maybe one of these times they'll send me a better one where I could just hook it up to my computer and download the stuff from right there. Okay. I talked with Ed Fulaz on the phone this weekend. He no longer makes kits, sold everything to Railroad Kits and Doug Foskel. Oh my goodness, so no more Hydra-Cal kits. So I got some of the last ones that he made. They might be worth some money. I got them at half price. If it only turned into a Benjamin. Yeah, I was hoping, but it didn't. It's still the same dollar bill. Probably a lot of cocaine dust on the dollar bill. I didn't see any. It's a nice brand new one almost. So, well, that Rob, I'm sad about that he's not making them anymore. So is Foscale going to produce them? Because he usually does only wood kits. I haven't seen him do any Hydra-Cal stuff yet. So hopefully he'll do that. Hasn't been rolled yet. No, it's still flat. It's almost a brand new one. White powder. There you go. All right, so that was that. Okay, I got a little video of, what's the video of? Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the picture. Wait a minute. Here's the picture of the whole view of the train room. So you can see I cleaned it up. You can see the dirty laundry at the bottom of the picture. I didn't get that out of the way. That's in the thumbnail also. But I got most of the stuff out of there. Still, Debbie's desk is still there with some of the lumber from the old layout, and the part of the layout that I just disassembled last month is sitting on top of there. So I got to find a place to put that. And as soon as Debbie starts walking a little bit better, she's walking right now with the walker. And as soon as she starts walking a little bit better, we'll finish up that desk and put it in the family room next to her her computer desk. Right now, she's using that to walk back and forth and store her wheelchair and stuff like that. She's still feels uncomfortable about sitting down on a chair that has wheels on it. So she's locks the wheels on the wheelchair and sits down on that at the computer, and at the dinner table too, kitchen table. Wow, it's a lot bigger. Yeah. Looks great. Thank you, Rick. Okay, so will it have a second level or no? Yes, it'll have a second level. Once I get everything cleared out in there, I'll be able to store some stuff underneath. Over on the left-hand side is where I'm going to have my desk, where I'll have the computer. And where I'm at right now is going to be my workbench. And I'll be able to take the stuff off the shelf. And I might put have it U-shaped. I'm not sure yet. Or maybe a big circle. Bring it all the way around. And just run one line going all the way from one end to the other. But I have a lot of buildings. And so I'm going to need to put a lot of buildings up on the second layer. I'm not going to be connecting it to the lower level. I'm going to keep that basically flat. The only incline in there is just an inch higher than the main line right there. And helix, hell no. Helixes, those ugly looking things, those are ugly. And I don't want one on my railroad. If I wanted to have more layers, I would have brought the shelf down lower and run it around. Oh yeah, it's Thanksgiving in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving from Canada. Layout looks a lot bigger than I thought. Work in progress like mine. There you go. Yes, it's always a work in progress. There you go. But that's 11 by 14 usable space all the way up to the door. It's 21 foot long altogether, but I have, a lot of stuff in the back, laundry room and air conditioner, water heater and stuff like that I need to keep back there. So maybe a shed when I get rich and famous. Felix the Helix. There you go. No licks. There you go. No licks. I need a no licks there. There you go. When will I be finished? Never. Model railroaders are never finished. You need to understand that. Sparky eating turkey. I worked on several double-deck layouts. That's why mine is one level. I had 3 levels on mine that you couldn't tell. But from the lowest level to the highest level was a difference of about 10 inches. And it was just a little bit longer than this one. It was 17 foot long, but it was only 10 foot wide. But it was like M-shaped. But I had a loop at both ends of it. There you go. I agree 100%. Friends don't let friends build a helix. There you go. Never. No way. Nada. Okay. So, finished. What's that? You never get finished. That is a rookie question. Rick, you need to talk to Heath about that. Wedding Cake Central. There you go. All right, but that's the layout. And here's one more picture here. Here's what I did on Wednesday. We went up to Lakeland, stopped at Hobby Lobby and Wawa, and then ran into Craig, stuck in a truck, Rexon. Talked to him outside the Love for about an hour, and had a good time with him. So that's Craig, stuck in a truck, Rexon. Has a lot of good information, a lot of good stuff that he's got. So, oops, not wrong one, wrong button there. Okay. So, glad I was able to talk to you, Craig. Wawa, yeah, there you go. Yeah, we stopped at, they have 2 Wawas in Sebring now. They opened up the one on the south end of Sebring a couple of weeks ago, and Thursday, they opened up the Wawa right up the road here. It's only a mile and a half from here. So we got 2 Wawas, and it was crowded when we went there. We stopped there Saturday. We was going to the thrift store and a couple other places, and we stopped there to get a soda, and that parking lot was full. I am in Florida. Where are you located? I'd freeze in my garage for 3 to 4 months of the year. Yes, I would too. I have to. In the wintertime, I probably have to wear my sweatshirt. The gobbler is back at Wawa. Oh boy! All right. Look like Craig is no longer stuck in his truck. Yeah, he escaped for a little while. Yeah, we used to have wah-wah pedals back then. Yeah. Ah, yes, gobbler. All right, good to hear. All right. I went to South Wyoming and gas was 285 that day, so I filled up. There you go. I think when we went, well, they didn't have the gas open yet, but they had 308 on it on Saturday. But I noticed the one down on your end, Sebring, it was up to 315 on Saturday. So it went up fast. So you lucked out at 285. I met a guy that services those trains. All right. Got a mini split. My shed is company year around now. There you go. Good to hear. Yeah, I think all I'm going to do is I'm going to put I got the air conditioners right over here. I could either tap in right at the top. They got a funky looking flexible hose there. I don't know why they didn't put it in rigid. It's kind of dark up there, but let me see if I can get this camera up here so you can see it. Okay, let me get this camera. Okay. Okay, there's the air conditioner right there, and you can see they got right there. Oop, let me get my finger up there. That flexible stuff. I don't know why they didn't do that in rigid, but I may be able to tap into it there or back behind this wall right here. And then I won't do it right there, but I'll probably come over here halfway down and put an outlet over towards the center of the garage up in the ceiling. So, but that's what I got to deal with right there. But that is work for the winter months. And you know, most of the model railroaders in the winter, they're working inside on their model railroad, and here in Florida, we work outside or up in the up in the attic where it gets cooler. So that's what I'll be doing. That's why I'm trying to get things done right now in here. There's Chasco. All right. We would not see what you're pointing. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hold the camera in one hand and point in the other one. Technical difficulties. There you go. All right. Oh my goodness. It's 4:15 by work, so I buy there at home and anywhere from 4:39 and up. Depends on the corner. That in Oxnard. Oh my goodness, that's California for you, I guess. Let's go, Brandon. There you go. Oops. Here we go. Let's go, Brandon. All right. Ah, yeah. Okay, Mr. Pictovid, thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Wow. Pay $2.99 a gallon here in Maryland today. That is cheap. Okay. I heat my building with the lighting so I get free heat. Just pay for the light. There you go. Oh, had 30 cents off in gas points. Oh, my goodness. Brandon has got to be loving that like it's McDonald's. There you go. All right, so I think I got a video here, too. Let me put this video up. And I can't remember what the video was about. Oh, yeah, something that I didn't put in a... oh, I got that one there. Something that I have that I worked on a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't put in a video yet. Oh, my Chasco, we have 4 Wawas within 5 miles of home. Oh my goodness, that is heaven. Hope you have a Chick-fil-A and a Culver's there too, because that's what we're hoping for. Now, when we lived at the other house, Debbie was hoping for a Goodwill, and they built a Goodwill outside the community, and she wanted a Chick-fil-A, and they also built a Chick-fil-A there, but because of the county with their impact fees, that construction was delayed, and so it didn't get started until after we moved. Okay, John, thanks for stopping by. See you again. What's a Wawa? It's a big convenience store. They started out small like a 7-Eleven. Now they just keep on getting bigger and bigger. They got a good kitchen in there, good sandwiches, good food. All right. Good coffee too. And everybody goes there. You got a Wawa every 2 blocks. Well, they started in New Jersey. I think they started in New Jersey. We had a Wawa in Maryland. I moved out of Maryland almost 20 years ago, and we had a Wawa there, like right across the highway from where I lived. Stopped there every day. It was always crowded, and that was a small one. I mean, it was just a little bit bigger than the 7-Eleven. That's before they started making them real big. But my daughter says that they remodel the thing about every 2 to 3 years. Quick Trip in Missouri, yeah. I mean, it's a good place. Too many Chick-fil-A's in Georgia already. I wish we had a Chick-fil-A here. They're not enough. I saw something about a Buc-ee's in Florida now. Oh, my goodness. It'll probably be years before it gets to this area. Wawa is for Philly folks. I could have swore it started in New Jersey, though. Ridley, Wawa, PA is Corp Offers and Training Center. Okay, there you go. You know, I never knew Wawa was a duck. I was wondering why they had a duck on the thing, and then I looked it up. I found that out a couple of years ago. But here's the video. It's 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and it's an uncut version of what I do. Wasabi started in New Jersey. There you go. Wasabi. Okay. All right. So here is the video.
I have a servo mounted underneath this turnout right here, and you can see the wire up through the edge right here. I don't like to put them through the middle because you have to cut them real short, and if you ever have to do any maintenance on it, it's kind of hard to get back in. So you can keep it a little bit longer on the edge, and that's my preferred way. But once I get, well, my next step is to pull this back out, and I'm going to trim. I have to trim the tie back one more because I'm going to use these rail joiners on here. So I already have this one pulled back, so whenever I want to do maintenance on here, I'll push the rail joiners that way. I might have to take out another tie. I have some half ties that are wooden that I could put underneath there. I'll have to do the same thing on these two tracks right here. Now underneath, I mounted the servo. And you can see that I have the actuator arm pointing down. I don't want to put it, I tried it up inside there, but it doesn't work out too good, so I have it pointed down. I thought we could save some space there and do a little bit different things, but it didn't work out that way. The actuator arm is pointing down. I have a 25 thousandths wire that I got from Hobby Lobby. You can get about 6 wires. I guess they're about 12 inches long. You cut them down. I think I cut them to about maybe 4 inches, and then wrap them around the actuator, and I'll show you that.
Okay, so that I have to cut and put it in a video, and I got some things here in the queue. Okay. Rick Bailey says it's a goose. So what's the difference between a goose and a duck? That's what I want to know. And Owen Kane was asking a question, say, anybody use Kato Unitrax? And I seen somebody answered they have HO Unitrack. Okay. The most efficient drive-through at Chick-fil-A. Yes, I have to agree with that. We were at one, I think, you know, it was back in April. I think it was in the south end of Lakeland. But they had 3 rows, okay, 3 lines going around. Okay, you know, and usually it looks like a turnpike, you know, with the toll booth and everything. But this actually had a building where, you know, before, or where you order, where they didn't have to be outside in the heat or and stuff like that. But 3 lanes going around the building, coming back around, and that was the fastest one that I have ever seen. We were in and out of that. And if you remember, I did a video on, we were sitting, eating, and we were facing a McDonald's because that was the only place that we could find a place to park because it was so friggin' crowded. They're always crowded. But we went to a McDonald's, and there was an egret on my windshield, you know, trying to get food, and then it came over on my mirror. You know, my my train of thought has left the station. It was on my mirror, but that's where it was. It is so damn fast. Yes, they are the fastest, except for the one we stopped at. One we were on 1792. We just stopped at. We just left Debbie's sister's house in Maitland, and we was heading towards Orlando, and it's a little bit past Lee Boulevard. We had to come back and go up Lee Boulevard to get back up onto Interstate 4. But that was the slowest damn Chick-fil-A that we were there a half an hour in the line. They were they were even slower than a McDonald's. Can you believe that? They were slow. My goodness. Snow. Bernard says snow, but anyway. Okay, where did I see that? 3 to 4 lanes in our Atlanta Chick-fil-A may never open the dining rooms. Most are closed. Yeah, I think they're doing so good in the drive-thrus that they decided that the dining room just slows them down because it just slows everything down. Tom, things are bad when your goose is cooked. There you go. Okay. Night, Norman. You can tie geese's necks together. Okay. All right. Dodger kick some San Francisco ass. Good night. Bye all. Take care. See you, Norman. Okay, so dining rooms up here in Western PA are still open. Yeah, I don't think they're going to open them back up because they do such a good business on the drive-through. They need to build a net between U.S. and Canada. Uh-oh, 32 and 5. What is 32 degrees? Single digits by the morning here. Oh, my goodness. It snowed in some parts of Utah today. Uh-oh. Chick-fil-A was voted to be the model for the vac drive-through, but one side objected. Why would they have a drive-through for that? Okay, so anyway, did I have anything else? It is already past 9:30. Heath is gone. He's got his thing going right now, I think. He's putting together a shed, not a she shed or a model railroad shed, but a shed on his model railroad for his little hobo guy in what's got a rowboat and an outhouse and a doghouse. So he needs a shed for the guy. So I think he's going to rebox his stuff too. And I hope he doesn't get that jib camera and start playing around with that and make everybody seasick. So, Rick, did you ever tell me, or did he already leave again, what's the difference between a duck and a goose? I don't know they all look the same. They go quack, quack, and whack, whack. So it's pretty close to the same thing. I think the geese make more noise. His girlfriend is going to put him in a doghouse. There you go. So I want to thank everybody, but before you leave, we have 66 likes, and we got 43 people still hanging out here. So if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. All right, thank you all for stopping by. I'm going to hit that end screen thingy that puts up that little video about the end screen, and I still don't know what the difference between a duck and a goose is. Well, okay. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do this poll here. Okay, what is on the poll? Okay, so how do you pull the poll up? Okay, here we go. Okay, so I ended the poll. But how can I see the poll? It won't let me see the poll. I don't know what's on the poll. Okay, there we go. Biggest obstacle. Okay, scenery, 29%, electrical, 29%, bench work, 22%, and train work, 18%, 94 votes. Okay, so it's a toss-up between scenery and electrical. So maybe we'll talk about that in the next stream. Scenery and electrical. And the two things that I couldn't put on there was building kits and what was the other one thing? I can't remember. I have to go all the way back to the beginning and figure what that is. Okay, so maybe we'll talk about that on the next stream. So, scenery and electrical tied. Well, if your forest is on fire, then you got a problem. There you go. All right. So anyway, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for voting or participating in that poll. And we're going to hit this end thing right now. So we'll see you. I had a girlfriend, GF on a poll. There you go. Thank you all for stopping by. See you again next Monday.
Carry me back to Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry me. Mr. Can we leave the sea? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fare. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me. Well, the night is dark, and Lord, it's traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Want that low train to carry me back.
Head on over to see Heath. He's putting a key. We ought to call him Heathkit, huh? Is that a Heathkit? If he's building a kit? Oh my goodness.
I've been traveling this lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Will it long old train back?
Train.
Won't you carry me home? Oh.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next week. Take care. Have a good week.